boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. I am Darth Messiah 2.0. I am the mail boy and the CEO. And in case you didn't know, every time I come, it's time to go. Yeah. Because I don't pillow talk with these hoes. And on the phone, as always, and the birthday boy, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy, Alex. MF'n Heel, a.k.a. the Stanley Podcaster, also known as the man that says fuck them, it's a man group, the 205 Live, Rich Boozer, Shane, Stephanie.
Linda, are we in the fuck Linda club too?
Oh, no, Linda's cool. Linda's cool.
Okay.
It's cool, but she ain't, so she's cool.
All
and,
right.
and people go to the crawl space and have a run into a crawl space.
Yeah, and on the boards, the franchise, J Kid.
Mr. FGC, Mr. Mixboard, giving you the wrestling news.
Yeah.
How are we doing then, guys?
Pretty good.
Well, it's about to get better. So, let's go to our...
Oh, yeah. Our opening segment, Thirst Traps of the Week.
Yeah, give me 1 second to fix that. Sorry about that, guys.
And we have a second repeat contestant.
Yes, we do.
After last week, Jordan Grace graced us with her lovely cheeks.
The cheeks of the week.
And our repeat this week is none other than Scarlett Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little underboob. We got a little underboob going. And Camille from NWA.
This is nice. It's nice. It's a beautiful art what I'm seeing.
Yes.
I've never seen such art, as Mark would say.
And Scarlett's OnlyFans is popping.
Bravery up.
So, yeah.
Check that out.
Any inputs for anybody?
Just just something to look at,
What about you, Alex?
Nope, just staring at ass. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's playing in my memory. I ain't gonna forget that.
Word, man. So,
All right. Elimination Chamber was this Saturday in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as they will not let us forget. We kicked the night off so this is the second pay-per-view in a row where Roman Reigns opened the show.
yes.
After main eventing like 6 straight pay-per-views from, what was it? Hell in a Cell last year was what, July? And he had his match on SmackDown. Because it was like some dumb shit. I think it was Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
So he ended up having his match on SmackDown. So Bobby main evented the actual pay-per-view. So from SummerSlam until day one, Roman main evented every pay-per-view.
As he should have.
Yeah. So Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, Roman kicked the show off. He was the curtain jerker, as they call it. And of course, Goldberg, he came back. It's his last match, allegedly, until they give him another deal. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it's what we expected.
Couple of spears.
Yeah.
Similar moves.
It's what we expected, but the ending was not what I expected. I didn't expect for him
To use the guillotine? Yeah.
guillotine choke. Expected him to spare him and hit him 1, 2, 3, like pin stack and go about his business. But it was different. Like that caught me off guard when he blacked out. I was like, oh wow, did not see that coming.
So I think the reason that happened, because since they have the same move, Roman just said, I'm not going to use it. Because look at it this way in terms of logic. If Goldberg speared Roman twice and he kicked out, now Roman has to spear him 3 times. So you've got to one-up it for just in sense of logic. So that's why Roman just never used it. That's why he went for the guillotine instead.
Yeah, it was a much different Roman Reigns than we expected.
Yeah.
But the guillotine is literally his. Like that was
Yeah.
pretty much like not from Goldberg.
Yep.
Like so, I kind of appreciate this match, but the ending was a little,
Yeah.
little booty cheeks. Yeah. But I kind of know what they're going with.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to be the same as Goldberg.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopping over to the other world championship.
Yeah.
So, Bobby Lashley came in as our world champion. And halfway through not even halfway through the match, I think it was like a couple minutes in, Austin Theory gets buckle bombed into Bobby Lashley's pod. Bobby Lashley allegedly hits his head on one of the beams and is now in concussion protocol.
I feel the same way as Bobby right now, so it's just like shit.
However, reports have come out saying that they had a way to get Bobby out of the match anyway because he needs shoulder surgery.
Yeah, he was hurting pretty bad.
So was this a convenient accident or was it actually a work?
I think this is a convenient accident, honestly, because they also stated that if he's out of this concussion, he's got to fight Brock Lesnar in Madison Square Garden.
Yes, which they said on Monday night. So I'm now confused as to is it a work or was it the convenient accident? That's why I think it's a work.
But
I think the concussion's a work. The shoulder is a real thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, Lesnar's gonna keep the title anyway, even after Bobby gets cleared and all that stuff.
Yeah, because obviously Brock was going to win, so they can have the title versus title. Otherwise, you don't bring it up.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I still think it was silly to give Bobby the belt for a month. Just fucking leave it on Brock.
What if, and I'm just spitballing here, what if Bobby becomes another factor in WrestleMania? Like title for title, triple threat match.
See, I don't think they're going to go triple threat. Because of the title for title thing. Because if you put Bobby in the match, all of a sudden Bobby has to win. You can't put Bobby in that match and have him lose. Because then it becomes Becky and Rhonda and Charlotte from 3 years ago. Once you add Becky, she has to be the winner.
Maybe he is going to win.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, it's just a speculation. That's all.
And I really can't tell who's going to win, whether it's Brock or Roman. I really can't tell.
I feel like it's gonna be Roman. Once you paying Roman that much money and you getting that much light from Roman, and he's out to do John Cena. Brock is cool, but Brock can leave when he feel like he can come back. Roman ain't leaving and going nowhere.
Yeah, because I feel like it's gotta go on Roman because the fact that you're painting him as such a dominant champion for so long, and to have him lose to make Brock the double champion now, I don't think it works out for the next 6 months or so. I think it's got to be Roman.
It has to be, honestly, because I mean Brock, we all know who he is. He's a
Right.
part-time wrestler. He'll come and show up whoever he needs to beat up.
Yeah.
And take some championships for like what, 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then just give it out.
And if and there's chance that you actually pull the Rock for next year's WrestleMania, you want Roman to go in still champion.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be something. Family versus family match, like bloodline match. To see who.
Now I pulled up a stat the other day for how long somebody's been champion for their total days. Right now, Roman Reigns, between all his title reigns, he's had 3 worlds and 2 universals, so 5 for 651 days.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar, not including winning last month and then winning last couple days. Brock Lesnar has 8 championship reigns, now 9. 1,442 days.
That's impressive.
Brock Lesnar is only behind Bob Backlund at 2,138 days, Hulk Hogan at 2,185 days, and then obviously Bruno at 4,040 days.
Can't believe
So
it.
Brock Lesnar has the fourth most days as champion.
I don't know if we'll ever get somebody of a Bruno Sammartino level of like
If they leave this belt on Roman for another year, that means he passes Randy Orton because Randy Orton is above him. And he potentially catches Pedro Morales because Pedro Morales is at 1,027.
Yeah.
So if we add another year on Roman, that's three. Yeah, he's right at 1,000 if you give him another year. So he can catch Pedro and Morales. Yeah.
Being a champion for 2 years, that's quite an accomplishment here.
Well, look at Nick Aldis was champion for what 1,100 and something days.
Yeah.
And Jacob Fatu was 960 something days.
Jesus.
And Kenny Omega with the AAA was, what was it, like right under 700?
Yeah, Kenny.
But then again, he only defended it like 3 times and all that time.
Yeah, man.
But then again, he couldn't
To
get
be
to
honest,
Mexico.
To be honest, Triple A title get rarely defended. Like people win it and then you don't see them for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Any damn way. It's weird, though.
Now,
Hey man, but look, ain't nobody still not beating fucking the Fabulous Moolah though.
oh yeah, she was champion for like 20 years.
Then she got canceled.
Yeah, she knew
Well,
no goddamn body. You had her fucked up too.
Now, going through this list, here's a couple other interesting, because I have the top 26.
Yeah.
The Rock, he has 8 championship reigns for 370 days. Basically a year. Diesel, 1 championship reign, 367 days.
A whole year.
Is that the WCW title?
No, that's WWF. When he, the worst year in wrestling history, as they call it.
That's a year and a few days too.
Yeah. Yeah, so Diesel 1 reign for between The Rock's 8 and Diesel's 1 is a difference of 3 days. So The Rock has a bad average per title reign.
He does.
That's what happened when your
Triple H
nemesis
have the best-
is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got always fighting for the belt.
Now, here's the thing. Austin, 6-time champion, 524 days. So that's an extra 180 days on top of The Rock.
So how many days does Triple H has? 'Cause
Triple H, 14 titles for 1,214 days. He's number 6. Yeah.
The game, man.
Yeah, he's behind Cena, which is 16 for 1,397 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cena is right next to him.
Yeah.
Shoot. Wow, the years has passed.
How about this? CM Punk is number 11. 5 reigns for 619 days.
Well, he deserved it because he made
Where
that
Daniel
special.
Bryan at up there?
Daniel Bryan, he's number 24. 5 reigns for 311 days. So not even a full year.
Damn, he needs more than that.
Here's one. AJ Styles, 2 reigns, 510 days. Which is more than The Undertaker. The Undertaker's 7 reigns at 441.
Yeah, the Undertaker did lose the belts a little.
Yeah, he was only champion for like 3 months every time.
Yeah, exactly. In AJ's case, AJ
He had it for a year twice.
he did.
I think it was 8 months and then 11 months.
Shit. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because once we have that what was it called? Shit. My mind's a blank right now.
What, the brand split?
Yeah, with the brand
Yeah.
split. I mean, those titles definitely count now as the Universal Champion. What about speaking of which?
Edge, he is number 12. He's behind CM Punk. 11 reigns for 540 days.
JBL?
He's so crazy because he's been there longer than most of the people that's
Yeah.
on this list.
JBL did not make the top 26.
Oh, okay.
I think he was like 2 reigns, and he's probably like
He was close.
150 days.
To the list.
Uh,
He had the belt for like what, a year?
no, it wasn't a year.
What was the
Felt
longest
like it.
reigning belt he had?
He had the Undisputed Championship.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now I got to Wikipedia it.
I
Um,
know JBL was like.
let's
there, but
see.
before, but now he
List
got taken off.
of WWE champions. Come on, Wikipedia. There we go. On the Wikipedia list, was it combined reigns I need? Yes. JBL 1 reign, 280 days. So he just missed the list. You're right. He just missed the list.
Yeah.
He would have been like 27 or 28.
Yep.
Wow.
That was close.
Gabriel, you fucked up.
Yeah, he did. He was close.
Because number 6 is Drew McIntyre. Number 26, Drew McIntyre, 2 reigns, 300 days. So that he's number.
He's definitely need more title shots though.
I feel. Here's the thing. I think before they got Brock to come back, I think WrestleMania was supposed to be Roman Drew. And then once they got Brock to back, obviously it's got to go Brock.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason they moved Drew to SmackDown. And then, they did. That's when they did the Finn Balor angle and they did the Cesaro angle. It was just kind of biding time to get Drew back to the main event. But then Brock Lesnar shows up and now Drew's fucking with Happy Corbin.
Freaking mid card.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, they did Drew bad, man. They did Drew bad. Even when he came back, man.
Yeah. All right, getting back to Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah, let's go.
We had 3 women's matches at Elimination Chamber. And I'd like to thank... Go ahead.
Yes. I'm surprised the crowd was actually so active with those 3 matches.
Yeah. And thank whoever that negotiated that the women didn't have to wear the T-shirt on top of the bodysuits. It's bad enough they got to wear bodysuits, but then they had to wear a T-shirt on top of it because in Orthodox Muslim culture, seeing like the outline of the female body is a sin. Mm-hmm. So that's why they wore the bodysuit and the T-shirt to try and cover as much as possible.
But,
First of all, that T-shirt with dudes out was going to be huge as hell.
Yeah. Well, she wore it for Crown Jewel.
Yeah, she did.
Because it was her and Zelina.
Most of them did.
Yeah. Well, that was the only women's match at Crown Jewel was the Queen of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. So, given to the fact that we got an Elimination Chamber, like
yeah, but Lita and Becky Lynch, I think, was the best match of the night.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see Lita back in action, like how she was.
Although Becky Lynch was very loud.
Yeah, she was.
You could hear, she was like John Cena. You could hear every spot that she called.
She was very loud, for real. And she's trying to remind Lita, like, yo, you do this. Cartwheel.
Because I think the worst one was they were in the front left corner, and it was like, swing and duck down. So you heard her call it, duck down, and then 5 seconds later, swing, duck. I was like, damn.
Damn, she's coordinated this whole match. Man.
I was just like match. That thing I sent you over Impact. With Morrissey and Moose.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That shit was fire. And then we had the tag team match between Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair. With a stipulation, which they added on SmackDown. Ronda Rousey had to fight with her hand tied behind her back because Sonya Deville only has one arm because she broke her arm. But of course, being the heels, sneak it in, and then of course Sonya's arm is just perfectly fine for the match. And now, if you noticed, her arm was never behind her back beyond 5 seconds. It was like on her hip. So she still had like minimal use of her hand.
Yeah, exactly. But Ronda coming in with the gi.
Yeah. I guess to cover the fact that she's still out of shape.
Yeah, true.
Ronda was like, let me tell you something. Y'all go wear the little tight ass outfit. I'm going to go home and get my gi. You got me fucked up.
She came in like she's Goku or something.
Yeah, GT Goku in the blue gi. Yep.
Yeah, they should have played some Dragon Ball Z music when she came out.
And she was barefoot.
Yeah, and barefoot. Yep.
Yeah, so she's literally like a Street Fighter character. I thought she was gonna throw tatsus in the middle of the match. I'm sure you can.
You could have. I bet you could have.
Yeah, I can't believe that. But it was okay match.
Right. I mean, I think I even called the finish. I said Ronda's gonna tap out Sonya. That was the only finish that made any sense. Because obviously Charlotte's not gonna take the fall, and in this situation, it's not important enough for Naomi to actually pin Sonya because they're going to solve their thing at WrestleMania.
Yeah, of course.
Look, I'm just happy that Naomi got a win on the stage, and it wasn't she had to do much, and she got a win. So I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great for Naomi to have a good win, especially in a big crowd like this too.
Yeah.
In a big event. This is definitely
Like I said, it just felt weird watching this whole thing of all these women matches and seeing the crowd behind them. I'm like, this is awkward. They've never gotten behind any of these women matches since they've been coming over here.
Yep. And then the women's chamber match, I think we called the finish. Obviously, it was coming down between Rhea and Rhea got eliminated before what's her name? Rhea was eliminated last, right? Yeah, because Bianca held her hand up. It had to be Rhea or Bianca for different reasons. Each one made sense.
But Bianca, I guess, was the solid pick.
She's getting her win back on Becky from SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly.
Which also means Bianca Belair will have now won the title twice at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Which
That'd be nice.
Still down for.
Yeah. And I find it funny that in the gauntlet match, you had Bianca come in and beat Rhea, and then she beat Rhea again in the chamber. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should have been the other way around, where Rhea won the gauntlet. Let her get that shine, and then because if Bianca's winning the chamber match, now you've evened it out.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
Can we talk about the fact that Alexa Bliss came out?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I thought the point of this whole therapy thing was for her to get away from this gimmick.
So they're mixing the gimmick.
She did get away from the gimmick. I think she did get away from gimmick. She's not the Alexa Bliss fiend. She's Alexa Bliss, like the adult version of herself now.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just wearing the clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's out of the darkness, but she still like to wear the black shit. So I feel like she's doing it, but we're not gonna see Alexa with the white contacts and the dark makeup like she was doing before.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm cool with it too.
The crowd was so cheerful when she came out. When she came out, the crowd was going crazy. I was like, man, we watching Saudi Arabia or they're somewhere in the States. I'm confused.
My problem is I'm just not a fan of the dark music. I was hoping to get the goddess music back, but they don't use CFO money music anymore, so what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
I don't know why they stopped fucking with them, man. They made all the good things for every goddamn body. All the other ones now are kind of trash.
Like the Sasha Banks Snoop Dogg version, I don't like it.
Me neither.
I want the original one back. But again, it's CFO money, and they're not going to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need Triple H to go in there and cough on Vince a couple of times and send him home for about 3-4 months.
So, Monday Night Raw, the aftermath for... Well, did you want to talk about anything else from the pay-per-view? Because I don't think the other match is really that important.
No, I was hoping you was not going to bring it in.
Okay. All right, so we'll move over to Raw. So we kick off the night where new champion Brock Lesnar, this man comes out hugging kids, kissing babies, shaking hands like the president.
Taking selfies.
He
looked like CM Punk the first few days that he came
to AEW. Yup.
Yeah.
He was happy.
Brock Lesnar came out with that fire sweater. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That sweater was legitimately fire.
Word.
I want that sweater.
Yeah, I was about to say that's some shit you would wear.
But that man came out, and I was like, this is a weird looking Brock, and I don't want this Brock to ever go.
Yes.
I don't want this Brock to go anymore.
Yes.
I need him to stay here. Like, matter of fact, I need him to be this way in 2K22. I don't need the beast incarnate.
Just him happy.
Scary looking Brock Lesnar.
Just give him a happy expression. Word. I'm starting to love this Brock Lesnar. Dude, and his promos?
Oh, well, obviously Paul Heyman's writing them, but
even though Paul Heyman's writing it.
Because like this
Paul
is
Paul Heyman's writing before, and Brock still can deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So Brock delivering in the way he went now. Paul Heyman, that's great. He writing it, but Brock is the one delivering it the way he knows best at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the exchange that they had, it was like, Paul, I don't think you should take another step.
Don't take another step. I'll come here and whoop your ass.
Smart decision because he's like, don't take another step. I'd have went in the back of catering and had a camera on me. You want to go this far?
Cowboy hat Brock Lesnar, bro.
Word.
This is funny.
I think I said this when he first like started wearing the cowboy. He's everything Adam Page wants to be.
Yeah, exactly. He's the
That's
actual
sad.
cowboy shit. This is the actual cowboy shit.
Yes. This is everything Adam Page wishes he could be.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Adam Page, but he's just not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody.
At this point now, I want to see Brock Lesnar come out on a horse.
No, a bull. Because, he likes to fight cows. So he needs to come out on a bull.
That's going to be at WrestleMania.
Hit him
bro.
on,
His entrance.
on a bull and put him on a bull, get that long stretch of runway and let him just slap that bull in the ass and let it go forward.
Holy crap.
It would be the best entrance Brock has ever had.
That was WrestleMania entrance. Since they're in Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas. Well, yeah, even better. You're in Dallas? Yeah. Show up with a bull? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Oh, no. He doesn't even have to ride it. Have him come out with 2 bulls on a leash. What? Walk him to the ring.
What is this? This is Brock Lesnar.
And he's happy.
Nah, he doesn't have pit bulls. He has bulls.
He has bulls. Actual bulls.
He comes off of WrestleMania walking 2 bulls. His name has to be Brock, the Legend Cowboy Lesnar. He had his name just for that one night.
Word.
That is some cowboy shit.
And then later in the episode, Tommaso Ciampa is on Raw.
This was interesting.
So lately they've been doing these crossovers with these veteran guys where Dolph Ziggler went to NXT, AJ Styles went to NXT, and now because Dolph Ziggler's been fucking with Braun Breaker, and basically Tommaso Ciampa is now Braun Breaker's mentor. So Tommaso Ciampa is now coming to Raw to fuck with Dolph Ziggler. But he needed a tag partner to face Dolph Ziggler and Rude. So Finn Balor shows up out of nowhere after 3 months.
Interesting pick, too.
Yep.
These two...
It's an interesting mix, but it also looks weird to still remind myself that me and Tommaso Ciampa are the same goddamn age, and that man look way older than me.
Yeah, he looked like he pushing 50.
Look, I'm happy he dyed the beard, though. I'm so happy he dyed the beard, but I know that was a Vince thing.
Yep.
The NXT, Triple H didn't give a rat's ass about that damn beard.
Yep.
He was like, yo, this is funny just to see these two like team up. And
there's like 72 abs on the screen right now.
Huh?
There's like 72 abs on the screen.
Yo, word.
The screen is covered in a billion crunches in about 30 minutes season.
Dude, I'm just used to them beating the shit out of each other, bro.
They make me so fat.
But interesting match.
And then later on in the episode, Finn Balor comes out to. I don't know if he really accepted Edge's challenge, but he said, "It sounds like you're talking about me."
Could he be talking about somebody else?
At this point right now, I don't care. I want to see Edge say somebody that's younger that's going to do a lot more shit to make Edge look a little bit better.
Yeah, because
it's cool watching Edge fight these older guys and people that's been there, but like him fight Finn Balor, Ciampa, and these guys, I think that match would be like a 5-star match because Edge wouldn't have to do as much, and they would have to do as little, and it would still look like they both probably went the full mile and then some.
Now, I know there's been a rumor that it's going to be Edge and AJ Styles for Mania, but if it's Edge and Finn Balor, that's just as good.
Yes.
Have you guys been peeping, like, I know you guys don't watch the full thing on Raw, but...
It's on. My eyes just aren't looking at the screen.
But I've been hearing, like, some wordplay or some, like...
Oh, yeah, about Cody, yeah.
But, when Miz says dashing...
Yeah, he said dashing, and there was something else he said in that same promo. I forgot the other word he used.
So I thought that was for Edge. Like, I thought that was just bringing Cody into the picture, just to fight Edge.
I don't want Cody back in WWE. He's not going to be a top star. He's going to be a joke again. And they're not going to let him be the Cody that we all came to know outside of WWE. I don't want to see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I said that Finn Balor answered Edge's challenge. It was Damian Priest.
Who answered his?
Now, when
I'm cool
Damian
with that,
Priest was doing that promo, I thought he was talking about Cody. Because he's the United States champion, and Cody has this big tattoo right here of a fucking American flag. I was like, are they really about to bring Cody out?
Oh,
And then Finn Balor comes out for a second time.
So I'm thinking Cody's, which is unfortunate, but yeah, Cody's probably in.
I think if he does come back, it's the night after Mania.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to use him for Mania.
WrestleMania.
Because that, to me, that's just too forced to use him for Mania.
Yeah, because where else is he going to go? He's going to go Impact?
I still say he's going to do a tour of NWA, Impact, whatever shows Ring of Honor decides to put on.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a Matt Cardona. He's just gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
He fit.
I even see Cody showing up, turning on Matt Cardona and taking the NWA title. I see that happening.
Why not?
Yeah. What?
Did you see the shirt that Matt Cardona posted on Instagram that says "Zach, the sweet life of Zach and Cody"?
Yep.
That shirt to be real because I want it.
That would be cool. The sweet life of Zach and Cody. I like that one.
The sweet life, Matt Cardona and Cody. I was like, you know what? That actually works. I kind of want that T-shirt.
Yeah. Now the obviously CM Punk and MJF, they're gonna have a dog collar match at Revolution. We've already established that's going to be Adam Cole and Hangman Page. We've established it's going to be Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa beats her. Early feeling, but I think Thunder Rosa finally takes the title.
Deserve it. I mean, she's been around.
Yeah. So another thing that's been going on, a little storyline between Daniel Bryanson and Jon Moxley. A couple weeks ago, Daniel Bryanson said, everybody wants us to fight each other, but I think we should work together. So Jon Moxley, he gave Moxley some time to think about it. Moxley finally replied. He said, I've never stood side to side with somebody that I've never gone head to head with before. So I think that means we're getting Moxley Bryanson for Revolution.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
The thing is,
I'm very okay with that.
he was like,
There's gonna be some blood somewhere. Ready for it.
Oh yeah, that's the way he said. I've never stood next to somebody I've never bled with. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said, if I'm going to stand next to somebody to team up with, I would have to bleed with them.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Pretty much. So.
And I'm cool with that. I know it's gonna be hella blood between them two.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be a match. This is gonna be a great
Invest in Gillette razors right now.
Yeah, we're investing on.
That's about to go so damn quick.
Oh man, this match. What if the outcome of this match too? Like,
I don't think it matters who wins. I think it might even just be a time limit draw.
If it does, I mean,
it don't matter. It don't matter who wins. All that matters is if they keep this storybook tale going.
I actually want them to team up afterwards.
Actually,
I want them to train fuckers.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think probably the best finish for this, instead of a time limit draw, because obviously Brian's already done 2 time limit draws. A double count out.
Outside the ring.
They just beat the fuck out of each other and they just can't get up for the ref's count, which AEW doesn't use. Mm-hmm. Let them use it.
See, if we do that, then that means we'll get another match between them two down the road again.
Which I wouldn't be mad about. Let them.
Look, I wouldn't be mad about either, but if we get a second match with them, the fans ain't going to care about them making it stable anymore.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I
Yeah.
would say one and done this, and then team them up, try to recruit people as what Daniel Bryan offered, or Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta, Lee Moriarty, yeah, people like that. Yeah.
I think that was a dope idea from Bryan. It was great, and I'm still sticking by it even after the match.
Because it takes less time on them to be in the ring, so they can actually be home with the kids some days. They don't have to pay their bodies on them, and then they get to train the new people to be as good as them. So when they're finally gone, you could be like, I was trained by Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Okay, damn, that's you sold off the grip.
Because Daniel Bryan now is the caliber of what his mentor was, like Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
So, just being trained by Daniel Bryan, the American Dragon. I mean, yeah, it's one good resume.
Moxley is just Mick Foley but prettier.
Prettier, angrier, and yeah, I would say he's a mix between Austin and Mankind. Or not Mankind, but Mick Foley, Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, yeah. Moving over to Impact Wrestling, which I completely forgot about last week before on our episode. No Surrender, their latest pay-per-view. One of the headlining matches was The Good Brothers versus Gorillaz of Destiny. God is on their American tour right now. And something happened that we did not expect. Jay White turned on Gorillaz of Destiny. He helped out the Good Brothers.
I mean, that wasn't surprising though?
No, that's surprising because Jay White's been in New Japan with the Gorillaz of Destiny ever since the Elite left. That's been the core of Bullet Club for the last 2.5 years.
But actually, no, longer than that because he was part of Bullet Club before COVID even was the start of a thing.
Oh yeah, so closer to 4 years then. Yeah, because once the Elite left, it was Jay White, it was God, it was Evil, Kenta, who else is there?
What do you call it? The Ring General.
Yeah.
That was most of the main core at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
But did you see? But wait, before we go further, did you see Tamatonga's Twitter?
Oh yeah. Because first the Young Bucks, what did they post? I thought the Young Bucks posted.
No. How it went was Jay White posted that picture we just saw.
Yeah.
And he tagged the Young Bucks and said, "Hey, look at this." The Young Bucks went in their caption and said, "We never liked Tamatonga anyway."
Yeah, there you go.
And then Tamatonga came back saying, "You can suck my D."
Yep.
And I was like, "Well, now we get good. Now we're on Twitter. Oh yeah, now the beat about to get real good."
Yeah. So we had and then later in the show we had another shocking turn because we had Honor No More, the group from Ring of Honor that's come in and invaded. They took on a collection of guys from Impact, Rhino, Rich Swann, what's Rich Swann? I always forget. Willie Mack, just a collection of guys from Impact. And Eddie Edwards, he came in, he was in this match, and Eddie Edwards turned on Impact to join Ring of Honor, which kind of makes sense because he's basically a Ring of Honor original because he was there 2005, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of make sense for him to turn, but he had two shocking turns in one night.
And it's crazy though because when I watched that match, I was like, "Wait a minute, is Eddie ever go ROH or Bishop?" And then he hit Rhino with a K, and I was like, "Oh, ain't that about a bitch?" I caught up to that the last second. I just remembered he's an ROH original. Why would he be Impact?
Yep.
I mean,
and just like that, a whole nother faction. And also, can we just talk about this? Why does what they call it look like Cesaro right there?
Eric Young? Yeah, he does.
Thinking that. I was like, why is Cesaro here? Maria coming out of his hand.
And then we had Matt Cardona in his rematch with Jordynne Grace for the Digital Media Championship. Still the most bullshit title I've ever heard of. But regardless, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion retained.
Wait, hold it. It's the most bullshit title? Next to the Women's Tag Team title? Next to the 27, 7-Eleven, East 47, down I-95 title?
I'm mad you brought that back up.
7-Eleven,
that's the most bullshit title? I give this title more credit for the fact the name is something that nobody ever said. It's relevant to where people at now on Twitter and all the shit they're on now. And it's between two people that don't stay off fucking line.
Yeah, you got a point.
If R-Truth ever retires, he has to retire with that belt.
Of course.
He has to.
Of course. They made the belt for him.
He made that belt
If
famous.
R-Truth retires with the 24/7 title, he had to show up on Impact and wins his digital media because he's also online on everything all the damn time.
And let Mick Foley induct him into the Hall of Fame.
I missed Valdor's comment earlier. He said, "Just hope Cowboy Brock doesn't go broke back on Roman."
Oh my God. I'm not watching it, but I might watch it. I don't know yet. I'm still 50-50 on that.
Oh shit. And Ring of Honor, they're continuing their Hall of Fame announcements, and the best in the world, CM Punk, is the next inductee to the Hall of Fame. So that's the Briscoes, that's Samoa, Dan Bryanson, Samoa Joe, and now CM Punk.
It's a good lineup for a Hall of
I
Fame.
feel like the Hall of Fame needs. I feel like the Hall of Fame needs 5 spots, and the Briscoes will take up 1. We only have 4. So who the hell will be the 5th one?
Let's see. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Who deserves to be in?
Most of the names will be picked.
I can tell you right.
Got announced.
I can tell you right now.
Jay Lethal.
I feel like
Jay Lethal, yes.
Jay Lethal, yes, but I felt like Christopher Daniels needed to be there.
Or Christopher Daniels.
Yeah. Between those two, I wouldn't be mad about either.
Yeah, me neither. There's always next year, so.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope with ROH this
That
year, they got bought back, so.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm leaning Jay Lethal. That's where I'm leaning.
I'm hoping it is, and I hope when he comes out to accept his award, he do his
Is
Macho
Machismo?
Man. Yeah, he got it. He got to.
Sky's the limit. Word. This is great achievement. Definitely deserves to be in this.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if Jay Lethal gets put into this, I need Ric Flair to introduce him into it.
Yep.
Wow. That would be
Just so I can hear the woo back and forth just for the hell of it.
Throw a shoe across the arena.
Somebody in the head of playing Ric Flair for it.
I was just watching that the other day. It's so funny. I think
Hey,
that's
did
one
you
of the
see that
best
picture?
promos in wrestling history. That's the funniest
Did y'all
promo in
see that
wrestling history. Just think Jay
Hey, look,
Lethal,
you guys see
Ric
that
Flair.
photo of Ric Flair now?
You mean the one with MJF?
No, the one that Ric Flair in the gym and he make that damn
Oh
bicep muscle and that
yeah.
shit fucking-
He's on the juice. He's
don't know
pushing
what
80 and he's on them roids.
Boy, I don't think his heart can take that.
No, nothing is going to kill him. He's been in 2 plane crashes. He's had a stroke. He's had a heart attack.
He had drunk liquor like no man has ever drunk liquor before.
Yeah, kamikazes at 10 a.m.
He also been divorced again.
Yeah, this is what, divorce number 6?
Yep.
He almost got divorced already? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he put that shit on Twitter like a month ago, and then like a week later he's like thirst trapping on her because he posted a picture of her and he's like, "Damn, she's fine."
I miss my wife.
Rick, this so weird, creepy white ass here.
I miss my wife.
Ric Flair reminds me of them Pornhub pornos where they be like the stepfather. That's what Ric Flair reminds me.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you stuck in the hamper, huh? Let me help you get out of there. Rick, no.
I still like, I'm stuck in the dryer. All you gotta do is stand up.
First of all, no offense. I laugh at those shit, but it makes me mad. Cause they be stuck in the dryer and they be like by the size of my pinky and the dryer be like the size of my bedroom. I'm like, bitch, you can walk in there. What the fuck did you get stuck? Like, I understand you want to tell some storybook telling or some shit, but you want to get like that, you may get you a small baby ass dryer and get stuck. Like, this is no longer a joke now. Like, he reaches his arm in and get like up to the shoulder and you still got room, you no longer stuck. You're bullshit.
Yeah. Speaking of Ric
Don't get stuck
Flair.
around me.
Speaking of Ric Flair, because I was talking about the picture with MJF, he made a meme. It's, because Ric Flair and MJF have never been on the same screen together. It says, in the history of wrestling business, only one thing is certain. When you need a rating, you call the Nate. It's been 50 years of getting ratings, and apparently I'm needed again at almost 73. Is Ric Flair showing up to AEW?
You already showed up once before. Well, a couple times before with Andrade. So why not?
Now, is he showing up on screen? That's what this sounds like.
Why not? Man, I already told you, man, that nigga got that bicep, man. Why not get in the ring and do it? I'm just saying, don't go to the top rope, because I don't need to see you get thrown.
He's supporting his future son-in-law.
Yeah. So remember at the end of last year when Big Swole was, she wasn't released. Her contract was not renewed. Mm-hmm. So this last week, she had a quote saying, because she's still taking shots at Tony Khan. She said, "You weren't saying all that bullshit when you were smoking my weed."
Yeah, I remember that.
My thing is, if he was smoking your weed, that sounded like you offered it. So who's going to turn that down?
True. If you offered, just pass it to the dude on the left. Like shit.
Now here's the rest of the quote. He said that we were friends. What gets me upset is that when someone says that you're friends and he has all the money in the world, he can buy all the shit he wants, but I'm gracious enough to give him what I have in fellowship, break bread with you. I'm opening up my heart to you, and you said that we're friends. I called you, and we texted. Your boss is not your friend. I don't give a fuck how nice this person is. Your boss is not your friend. At the end of the day, he's about making money. If you ain't making money for him, bitch, hit the streets.
She obviously never worked for WWE before, so yeah. She thinks that
if she worked for
friends with Tony Khan.
If she ever worked for WWE, they would send her shit in a Walmart plastic bag, not a trash bag.
Also, Mickey James.
And I'm not.
Nah, Food Lion bag. Food Lion. Walmart's still high class.
I'm not saying this is a bad thing for her. I'm just saying she never worked around nobody that has this caliber of kind of money. Smith Fowler. They had a caliber kind of money to do this type of shit. Like, you've been working indies and house shows. These are people that's making money off people that's showing up to these shows.
Yeah.
Those your brothers and your friends, because those motherfuckers damn near are broke like you are.
Yeah.
Well, somebody that kind of money, they could bring in that many people, get venues like that, pyro and shit. That is not your friend.
First of all, if this son of a billionaire, if he's just coming in the room, it's like, yo, and dipping, he's just a fucking scumbag. Plain as that.
Like,
he's a scumbag.
You can't
like
sit up here and say, it's like look, this is retarded. You can't sit up here and say, you wouldn't say that you was smoking my weed. Bitch, Snoop Dogg got all the money in the world and he smoked other niggas' weed.
Yep.
That don't mean shit.
First of all, Tony Khan should be showing up with a couple pounds, just drop the shit on the table. Whatever you want, take it. That's what Tony Khan should be doing.
Like, I understand you mad at him for what happened, but motherfucker, this is called business. Like, you think other black wrestlers and other companies, WWE, don't feel the same way you feel?
Hey, basically.
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers got families, they got kids, they got expenses and shit they like to do. They know Vince McMahon ain't their goddamn best friend.
Yeah.
They know Steph ain't their best friend. Triple H might be some of their best friends because the way he treated them was better than Vince. And Shane too. But Stephanie and Vince are not your best friend. They're your boss.
Nope.
You don't give a fuck what you do. If you came in there with a pound of weed and liquor and said, hey, you want some? You think they're going to say no? They're going to drink that shit and still fire you.
RVD once told a story about Stephanie. RVD was like, him and Orton went to go smoke out back at a show. And then they came back into the arena. And she said, at least change your shirt so you don't smell. And then she walked away.
Yeah, because he knows.
RVD and Orton, he's a superstar. So.
Well, this was young Orton. This was like 2005. Yeah, it was like 2005.
First of all, you got to think about this. Stephanie grew up around wrestling when steroids, weed, cocaine was a big thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think she don't know? Like, she knows and she don't give a fuck. her dad knows. He didn't definitely give a fuck.
Nope.
Look at the steroid scandal.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't do anything until something was brought up.
Yep. Here's a couple other little tidbits of news. Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano had their baby this past week. The baby's name is Quill. Quill.
As in Peter Quill. Yeah, as in Peter Quill from the Galaxy.
Drake. This is actually breaking news. This happened a couple hours ago. Drake Maverick has been re-signed to WWE again as a member of the creative team.
Oh wow!
So he's now a producer. They just can't get rid of him.
They can't get rid of him.
They love
Rockstar Spud.
Also,
so you know that. Hold on, you know that means now, right? So that means when a big kerfuffle happens in the ring, Rockstar Spud gonna have to run out there in his suit to try to break up the fight.
yeah. Also, breaking news: AJ Styles has re-signed with WWE for three years at $3 million a year. So AJ Styles is up in that upper echelon of pay now.
As he should.
Yep.
He's phenomenal. He's the phenomenal one.
I would love to get paid that much a year to show up to work. Boy, I show up to work happy as hell, broke leg, collapsed lung, eye missing. But like, what you need me to do, boss?
You feel that bump.
I actually find it interesting that he re-signed because I want to say about a year and a half, like 2 years ago, he was talking about this might be my last deal. I feel like retirement is coming for me. I want to spend more time with my kids because they're getting into their teenage years. So he signed another 3 years. Sounds like he's retiring with WWE. I don't think he's making another Impact or New Japan run
Or AEW debut.
or AEW.
Look. I'm about to say, look, I hear what he's saying about his whole retirement, but he got that one number and them 6 O's behind it. That retirement is gonna last a little longer.
Yep.
Until he get up to that bracket of being like, oh yeah, I got a contract for 6 years. I'm talking about some $9 million a year. I'm like, wow. So AJ Styles gonna be here as Undertaker going into his 60s out here doing style clashes and flying elbows still, huh?
And of course, the highest paid person potentially ever for one match. They're still talking about Stone Cold and Kevin Owens for WrestleMania.
I mean,
I don't want to see this, but at the same time, I do.
Stone Cold already made that statement. He said he wouldn't even come back. But we always heard that from wrestlers.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Remember, The Undertaker was making $2 million for every Saudi Arabia show he was doing. He was making $2 million for every WrestleMania he was doing. One night, $2 million. One night. What are they giving Stone Cold to show up for this? You giving him $5, $6 million? Because obviously Stone Cold's going to want more money because he doesn't want to come back.
I mean, he's not.
I dare even say they might even give Stone Cold over $10 million for one match.
Shit.
Why not? Because you know one thing. If you give him this money, the merchandise that you sell is going to equal or go higher value than what you paid him. So it ain't like you're going to be losing out on shit.
And they're struggling to sell tickets.
Yeah.
They're struggling to sell tickets because they're not even at half capacity yet. And you're what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks away? Yeah. They're not even at half capacity.
They need every legend they can sign back to a contract to come back and sell that merch day one. I'll tell you right now, Stone Cold do come back for WrestleMania. Old school 316 shirt.
Yep.
Newer versions, later versions.
Yep.
The Smoking Skull title.
Yep.
Action figures. Everything is going to be overpriced. And guess what? WrestleMania weekend is the time that people buy all this shit.
Yep.
They're going to spend tickets to Stone Cold wrestle for the last time, and they buy all the merch they can to see if they can get it signed by him.
Yeah.
They would literally pay him $10 million. They probably would make damn near $20, $30 million back off the selling of shit.
Yeah. Now they have to sell tickets for 4 nights in a row. You've got to sell SmackDown and Hall of Fame on Friday. You've got to sell. NXT Stand and Deliver Saturday morning. You've got to sell night 1 WrestleMania. You've got to sell night 2 WrestleMania. You've got to sell Raw on Monday. You've got to sell close to 200,000 tickets.
And what
let me tell you what I'm buying.
Nothing.
NXT night 1, night 2, because Raw and SmackDown can suck my dick. I can watch those from my phone.
Facts.
Bar somewhere you do.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
What really has to count, I guess, is the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Shit happens after WrestleMania.
Everybody's going to see who's coming back the night after
Exactly.
WrestleMania. At this point now, it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
I think Jersey literally made that famous, like the night after WrestleMania, because we had the wildest crowd and the first time after WrestleMania for that.
No, I think it was.
It had to be Jersey.
Yeah.
Because Jersey was like the one that popped.
Yeah.
Basically for after WrestleMania, just the cheers and all that stuff. Dude, I remember that whole night. It was just like.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was a very like explosive crowd night because everybody was cheering for anything that night.
Yeah, at that point, niggas went home and couldn't speak to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
The Dolph Ziggler Money in the Bank cash in. Remember how popped that was?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You hear that, bro? That shit was so crazy because you can actually hear that shit outside the arena. It sounds like you was like damn near in the concession stand hearing them yell outside of that bitch. That's crazy.
I know.
All right, let's jump into Ultra Fantasy Booking. And we're going to kick off by recapping last week's episode of Warzone. Opening match, The New Day taking on newly acquired Death Triangle. And this was a hard-fought match. Voting was 18-16. The New Day wins. New Day. And then Shane McMahon came out for a promo. He had a couple things to say.
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You mean the New Day or you mean Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E?
Yes. Individual names, yes. So Shane McMahon came out for a promo. He had a couple things to say. First, because of the interruption by Brock Lesnar last week, there will be a rematch for the number one contender in tonight's main event. Second, so that Brock Lesnar doesn't get in the way again, he will be removed from the arena by police after his match, which will take place immediately before the main event, so we can keep track of him. Also, because Brock Lesnar is unhappy about being the WCW United States champion, his title will be on the line in this match. And then Shane gave a recap on everybody's record in the MLW Pure Rules Openweight division. We're not going to go through that. Next match, we had in the Pure Rules Openweight division a match between Danhausen and Frankie Kazarian, who have two of the worst records in the tournament. And guess what? Neither one got a win. It's a fucking draw. What are the odds that they end up with a fucking draw and they have the worst records? Can't even get a win. Can't even get a win.
This is worse than freaking Brian Myers' record in WWE.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Next up, The Inspiration taking on newly acquired Mercedes Martinez and Nikita Lyons. And because The Inspiration is being stalked by the group Daddy's Girls, we had a couple of stipulations. Either A, The Inspiration can win via DQ after being attacked by Daddy's Girls. Mercedes Martinez and Nikita can win via distraction by Daddy's Girls. Or Mercedes and Nikita can just win clean. And the fans chose B. They won via distraction. Next match, also in the openweight Pure Rules division, MJF defeated Damian Priest. And our WCW championship, United States Championship match, Brock Lesnar put the hurting on W. Morrissey. Oh, we forgot to talk about Moose and W. Morrissey. That shit was fire.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
That shit was fire. That might be the best match Big Cass has had in his career. It's pretty damn close.
Would it be enough to not recall him Big Cass, instead of Big Ass?
I might start calling him call him Cass instead of Big Ass, yeah.
Just for 1 week or two, or if he keeps going with this fire, bro.
Yeah.
I think.
Call him now, we'll take fuck up again, then we'll right back to Big Ass.
Yeah. So then after the match, Brock Lesnar was removed from the arena by police, as Shane stated. And our main event, Finn Balor versus Darby Allin for number one contender. And Finn Balor, in a hard-fought match, has defeated Darby Allin. And right after the match, our lead commentator, Joe Galley. Before we go off the air, we have breaking footage of incidents that just took place in the locker room hallways. First, AJ Styles has been found bloody and beaten. Secondly, the advocate for Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, was seen rushing out of the arena with two of his associates from a competing wrestling program, Cesaro and Hook. Also, with Brock Lesnar previously removed from the building, did Paul Heyman set this up to make good on his promise that blood will be shed every night that Brock Lesnar is not world champion? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. So we had Hook and Cesaro showing up to Warzone.
I'm telling you, at this point now, we need that Dragon Ball Z and then music.
I'll be sure to put it in the end. I know you want the Bruce Falconer music.
Oh yeah, of course. So that was Warzone. Do we have an episode of Dragon Force to go?
Yeah, we do, sir.
Oh, actually, you have a pay-per-view. What is it? When Our Shadows Fall.
Yep. The most... So, we're gonna start the match off. We're gonna start the whole pay-per-view off with just a nice start of match to get the crowd going. So, seeing how Ciampa has beaten Sheamus, and Sheamus was so undefeated, Sheamus like to get his revenge back. So it will be Sheamus and Ciampa again, but this time it will be held inside of a steel cage match.
Nice.
You know Sheamus' name is actually Steve or Steven?
I thought it was Seamus. Oh, you mean his real name? Okay.
This is crazy.
It's the weirdest name. I would never call him that. He would be Sheamus by real terms to me.
So I'm Sheamus.
Our next match, we're going to go a little different. We're going to go ahead and do a ladies match. So I'm thinking we have a little fatal four-way.
Okay.
And I'm seeing, see how we're still in somewhat of Black History Month. I'm thinking we go Naomi, Sasha Banks, Mia, and I'm just going to throw in Rosemary because, I just want to have that little one white factor.
Always got to have you a chubby white bitch on hand.
And you want a nice one. And we're going to have that as a fatal four-way. And we're going to have that to determine our next person in line after the women's title match finally happens.
After Victoria and who was your champion? Gail Kim.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Deanna Purrazzo.
Interesting match.
And after that, we're going to lead into us another little match, seeing how the North has beaten my right to censor, assholes. We're going to have the North go against. Who do I want to go against? You know what? I'm just going to do it. The North versus the Briscoe brothers. And then after that,
is this a title match?
Yep.
Okay.
Stakes are high.
And then leading into this match, we're going to have Paul Heyman come out. He's just going to address the crowd by saying just a small little caption of, you saw what happened on the other show? And you saw my two associates? So tonight, they're going to tag team against anybody that want to tag team against them to show you they're going. So we're going to have Cesaro and Hook versus Kenny King and Dexter Lumis. You got to feed Hook. Cesaro's champion. The man needs to be a fighting champion. And then we'll lead off the pay-per-view with that. We're just going to have, 4 good matches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
I think my matches going forward are going to be like NXTs. I don't need that many matches to get the crowd going.
You only need like an hour or two.
Yeah, I like to book those 6-hour pay-per-views. It's just my
I'm
style.
about to say, hell no. I'm about to say, don't forget. I'm about to say, look, don't forget that NXT only be having like 3 matches and be outdoing WWE pay-per-views by ratings like out the ass. Just for 3 matches.
Well, too bad 2.0 started, so it's not happening anymore. And we're out of time. I have been Darth Messiah 2.0. You, sir. And good night, J Kid.
Good night to all, and to all, good night.
Peace.
Peace.